in a world, club lacrosse, where it's a culture of me, we want our club to be a culture of we. What do you, would you be willing to share with us some of the things that you either do at Maryland or things you would recommend a club to do so that it's more of a culture of we than me within their club?
Yeah, I think when you bring a group together, and part of what they're trying to do with club, that deep down inside for a lot of those players, they see the college game and they see some opportunities not only to play on the big stage, but also get a great education. There's very much the I need to be seen. So that kind of right there, if they're worried about where they're going and what they're getting, that does counter most teams' culture of we over me. So realizing that when eventually they get put in front of college coaches, most of the cultures in college are going to be we over me. We're trying to take very talented players, bring them together, and maximize the potential of those players. How do we do that? A lot of players need to play roles. It may not be the most significant or glamorous role, but the ability to take on roles that are really important as any. Those are players you need to have. You need to find those guys that take their desires and, hey, this is what I want, and put that aside for, hey, I'll do what's best for the team. That mindset needs to start, in my opinion, much before they get to you. So I think realizing that the college coaches aren't looking for just the flashiest players or the guys that score the most. They realize they're bringing 10 to 12 guys in, and we're trying to work towards a common goal. So let's go find players that are unselfish, guys that are willing to switch positions, players that are going to play really hard. They do communicate well. They're going to do what's best for the team, because at the end of the day, not only do college coaches watch these teams play, they do their homework. They talk to the club coaches and what type of guy is he? They'll talk to the high school coach. Hey, what type of student is he? What's he like as a leader? What's he like at the high school? They'll contact people in their community and try to get more just information, because you're bringing in players from high school into your college community, and you want good people. It's not just being a good player. It's being a good teammate. It's being selfless. It's being competitive. It's putting the goals of the team above yours. Well, we can actually talk to people that work with those players and get a sense of, hey, how have you been? Because I think it's really hard to be a me guy and then all of a sudden get to college and now you're doing a 180. I understand the desire to be seen and to stick out. But sometimes being consistent, being steady, being someone that makes really good decisions, a smart player, a guy that, man, he just seems to have a high IQ. He's really smart. He's versatile. Things like that become very, very important for college coaches, because if you just bring in one-dimensional me guys, I don't think you're going very far. So you're looking for those intangible qualities. And I know, obviously, you've been around the game a long time. You know what's important. So what you're teaching them will transfer. But again, you get those guys on the sideline that maybe those two or three that are like, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah. There's this little battle going on between, what the coaches really want and people like you who know what they want. Yet there's other people kind of countering that narrative. So there is some confusion that leads to a lot more anxiety. And so there's a little bit of like a pull between, what the coaches are telling the players and sometimes what the parents are. And so totally get why that can be tough for a young person because they get on the field, they're not sure what to do.